ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Master Sice, and on today's show, I'm going to do a little machine review. And I did a machine review earlier, I don't know, a few months ago or something like that, and it was like tattoo coil versus tattoo magnetic coil. Or tattoo rotaries. I call this a coil. Sorry. Anyways, fucking stupid. Here's the rotary. This is the Storm, and the Storm rotary runs at, I think, let me see. That's at 4 volts. If you can see, in case you don't believe me. Okay. So that's running at 4 volts. And before it starts to get real loud, it'll run all the way up to 7. There it is. So, I'm going to go in between that and do it at 5. So there's at 5 volts, and you can see it does not bog out. It does not forgive. Okay. And that's that. Okay. These machines are fucking great. Here's a knockoff of it. It's like $20 at Friction, I think. This is at 5. And it usually, when you first buy it, it actually will run at 5. And the reason why mine doesn't is because see, what I did was there's a little tiny spring down in there, and I stretched it out just a tiny bit, made it a little more stiff. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted that thing to stay back there every single time I let off the gas. And so it runs really nice at 8 volts, and just like the other rotary machine, it does not really bog out at all when you go to touch it. Now, these machines do not forgive like a magnetic coil machine does. And I'm not going to remove the voltage, it's still running at 8. So here's at 8, and you can see how this will forgive even at 8. And this one will run all the way down to, let's see, wow, that's 2.13, and it actually run at 4.2. And like, even though it bogs down like that, kind of want that to happen. That is still enough to where it'll get. I like to run this one at 6.5 when I actually am running it. And the reason why I wanted to do this little review is because these magnetic coil machines, they work great. I used them for years as a primary, and then I got me this rotary that I overpaid for. Paid $40 for it. Did I know I could have got it for 20 at Friction? This one I paid about $150, and you know where that extra $100 went to when you put it in your hands. Not only that, here you can see the difference on the bottom too. This one comes with an RC plug for permanent constant contact, and this one has the regular standards. Either one works just as great if you have them on there correctly. Now, the rotary machines, they're great for lining. I love to use them for lining. I love to use them for tribals. The Storm works so much better and faster than the knockoff, especially after I made the knockoff run a little more stiff and slower like that. I kind of use it for shading now. But when I really want to do some light powder shading, and especially if I was going to do a portrait in black and gray, then I'll use the coil machine. But I don't hardly ever get too many of those, so I hardly ever get to pull them out. So they hardly ever get used. But ever since I got the rotary machines, since I learned with the rotary, I think it's just, to me, it's so much better. They're so much faster. They're so much quieter, especially when you're tattooing at somebody else's place and other people are going to sleep and it's starting to get late and you're still working on the piece. So there's the pros and the cons in between both machines. I want to get an air machine, so if you know anybody out there who's got an air machine that they want to sell used or whatever at a decent price for me to try out, then I would love that. What else? What other machines are there? There's a few other rotary machines out there that I want to try. There's the new Swash that has the give on the back. There's the new Storm that has the give on the inside too. It's like a spring-loaded thing or whatever. I haven't been able to try all these things because I'm not a millionaire like a lot of you guys out there, but if I ever do get around to getting them, I will try them out and I'll review them and set you up a video and let you know how they work. Like I said, they both do different things.